other post-employment benefits. He's going to do his best to explain to you in a very short period of time all of those acronyms we've been living with in the last year to understand this. It is an accounting requirement that we do provide this information to the board. There's no action required by the Board of Supervisors today. It's for information only at this time. And with that, I'd like to introduce to you Brad Au.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Mr. Chair and the Board of Supervisors for having me here today in beautiful Ukiah to talk about, to present this topic. I also want to take a quick moment to apologize for last week's miscommunication and me not being present at that meeting. So I thank you for having me today. As Linda mentioned, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. As Linda mentioned, we're here to talk about GASB OPEB, other post-employment benefits. Let me mention real quickly. Again, I am with Aon Consulting. I am an actuary. What is that? Essentially, we measure financial risk. And what we did here with the post-employment benefits is similar to what is done with the with Mendocino County Employee Retirement Association with the pension benefits. So similar to the valuation study we've done there, we're doing this here. GASB 45 is the accounting pronouncement that requires all government agencies to have this kind of study done periodically. So this is the first one. It's effective for Mendocino County for the current fiscal year, which is 2008-09, ending June 30-09. This does impact all government agencies that have any type of post-employment health type benefits. Again, what we performed here was an actuarial valuation, which is to look at the liabilities associated with these benefits. Our calculations are based on both current eligible active employees and current retirees. And I'll note here that I say eligible actives, employees hired before 1998 are eligible for these benefits, September specifically. Our projections consider the likelihood of those that we use the word here turnover or terminate from employment prior to actually being eligible to receive benefits. We also look at when employees retire, and so how long are they going to be receiving the benefits, and then mortality is how long they'll be receiving these benefits. And we're also considering other economic factors like future healthcare cost increases. Okay. What is GASB OPEB? Essentially, it's expense recognition for retiree health insurance obligations. Currently, the county and most other government agencies are on a pay-as-you-go basis. So as retirees are collecting these benefits, that's the accounting impact, the expense, the actual dollars that go out the door, that's what affects the county. What GASB is requiring is that government agencies reflect costs on an accrual basis. So as employees earn the service or accrue the service that really earns these benefits, that the county reflects that in the financial statements. So it's basically the accounting principle of matching the expenses with, I'll say revenue, but it's really the benefits of the employment service. Okay, so it's just really an accounting matching principle. And there is, depending on the assumptions we use and the scenarios, it's an increase from pay-as-you-go accounting. It's not as, for many agencies, and I can address this later, but for many agencies it's a tremendous impact. For you, it's a little bit less so. I don't know if that makes the numbers any easier when we get to them, but that is true. The benefits, eligibility, as I mentioned, it's employees hired before 1998. and those that that retire after age 50 with at least 10 years of service. Okay, so I mentioned those that terminate before this time aren't eligible for benefits, and we do factor that in to some degree. And essentially what we're talking about is lifetime medical coverage. Currently there are no retiree contributions, although if dependents are covered, there is a cost to cover them for the dependents. Generally, on our assumptions and methodologies, I think you also have in your packet our formal report, the long report, probably 30 pages or so. All of what I'm going over is detailed in that report. There's an executive summary that kind of it's similar to what I'm going through here, and there are details. The specific details that I'm addressing here are in Exhibit 8, page 10. But specifically, what are we doing? We did this valuation as of July 1, 2007. And that means that all the liabilities, the present values that we show, are as of that date. And over time, they change. So that's why we have a single valuation date. A valuation is required every 2 years.